Hello and welcome to Sobrix. I'm Adam and this is Sobrix. This is my channel for reviewing LEGO sets and building them and other LEGO related stuff. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at the LEGO Technic Telehandler set. It is set number 42133. It has 143 pieces and I paid $13 for this set. Now I've already done a video about the main build, the Telehandler build here. So in this video I am going to be taking this apart and building the alternate build for this set. This set is kind of a 2-in-1. And if we look on the box, we can see it says 2-in-1 down here. It says there is a tow truck build, and the build for the tow truck, the instructions are found online for these small Technic sets. So I'm going to disassemble this, and then I'm going to put together the tow truck. While I take apart the telehandler and build the tow truck, I will speed the video up and then I will slow it back down to share my thoughts. So until then, enjoy. Okay, so that is this LEGO Technic Telehandler set, the alternate build for the tow truck. This is pretty interesting. There's some good stuff in here and some stuff that I think could be a little better. And I'm actually surprised by how many leftover pieces there are. For whatever reason, when I did the dump truck and the excavator set, it felt like the excavator used more pieces, as a ratio, like a greater percentage of pieces than this alternate build does. But this is still pretty interesting. There's good functionality. There are some bits that I feel like are unfinished, and it's a fine alternate build. So we'll talk about it. So this is supposed to be a tow truck. We have kind of a hitch at the back here that can be clipped under a vehicle. We have the wheels, kind of the bottom of the truck, or this all part. It was kind of interesting to me because this is very just kind of to give it substance down there, but there's not really a lot of practicality for that. And I actually thought there was a part of me that thought this was going to be like put in here, this plate, but apparently not. We have the cab, or like the front of the truck. It does not have a like seat place like the telehandler does, but that's okay. It's a little different scale. We have the hand of God steering up here, so we can drive this around, and that's pretty good. The whole front of this is pretty good. I thought it was interesting how we have a little bit of a red axle sticking out on this side, a little bit of blue on this side. I thought maybe those would get covered up with some of these gray pieces here, but I realized that out of all the extra pieces, there's only one left over, and that one is probably the one that is like the extra piece in the set that the machines put in the bags because it's so small. So I'm realizing that for this build, for this alternate build, the designer probably didn't have two extras of those to put there, but maybe there's some other reason for those to be different colors or something, and that can make sense to people. And that's pretty much all of it. The shape is all right. It feels a little empty, a little like not as sturdy as maybe some of the other things I've done. We don't use some of like the really big beam here, the really big axle. We don't use this kind of medium beam, or there's some interesting pieces that we forego here. But like I say, you can drive this around, and that feels pretty good. And then there's like the tow truck action, which is very, very simple. It's just a flip of a switch. So if this were to back up and hitch under the front of a car here, we could flip it to raise it up and then drive away with the car kind of on its back wheels there. So that's pretty good. And that mechanism is just right here. And I really like how these kind of Technic mechanisms work. It reminds me actually of some of the things that are in the Indiana Jones Temple of the Golden Idol set, the really big one, which I don't think I've featured on this channel yet. I'll have to get around to that because it's been a while since I've done an Indiana Jones set, and that one is really, really fantastic. It's just very big. But some of the mechanisms on there are kind of like a go or no go. So it's engaged here. There's not really any middle ground, but once it gets past a certain threshold, then it's flipped. And so I like those, and it does remind me of some stuff from some other sets, and it just works. So that's really great. It's not as, I think, interesting as the telehandler function, but for an alternate build, it's pretty good. I did think for the dump truck, the excavator alternate build was really, really good, and the functions were quite good. This is probably out of the four of those, the dump truck, excavator, and the telehandler, this is probably my least favorite one so far, but it's still got its own charm and its own value, and I certainly liked building it and liked talking about it. So at least there's that. I think, this set, these Technic sets, $13 for 143 pieces in this set. In other cases, it's maybe more of 170, kind of just depends. But these $13 sets, I still think I wish these were $10. This one's nice that it doesn't have stickers, but I would like to put these closer to like $10 Creator 3-in-1s. It would just feel a little better to me, and I don't know if it's because of the tires or what exactly is the reason why they have a little bit of a bump up in price, but it would just feel like it makes more sense to me, a little bit more consistent in what you get for your money, and it would just feel a little better as like a toy and an impulse buy for children or for younger folk or different types of builders. I think the $10 is actually a lot more manageable than $13, even though it might seem like a rather small amount. But this is still a fine little set, and as I normally say, I'm very pleased to get more involved in the Technic system, and I'm enjoying kind of learning and getting better at it and keeping building them. So maybe eventually I'll move on to some even bigger Technic, even though I've already done the Bolide or like that Bugatti Technic. I've done the Batmobile and I've done the Bat Cycle, which are, big, but they're not like the big ones. So maybe eventually that'll be something I'll be interested in. But for now, this is pretty great. If you like this video, consider giving it a like. And if you like the other videos on my channel, consider subscribing to it so you can stay up to date on all the LEGO videos I will be doing here in the future, including probably more Technic, more Lego, more vehicles, just a lot more sets of different shapes and sizes and piece counts and price points and different themes, tons of different stuff. So subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you want to support me in another way, consider checking out the Sobrix Patreon, where not only will you help support this channel financially, but you'll help me grow and help me expand and help me improve my setup and everything else. But you'll also get access to some exclusive content over there and a bunch more stuff. So I have a lot of plans for that. So thank you. Every little bit counts, and I just thank everybody for giving and watching and liking and subscribing and commenting and all the stuff. So I really, really appreciate it. And until next time, thanks. Bye.